Hey everybody, so look on the screen, look on the screen. This may get a little bit controversial. Some of you are going to get it and some of you are not going to get it, and that's okay. We can agree to disagree. Let's go ahead and just get into it. Happy Monday, by the way, for those who trade. Happy trading. And for everybody else, I hope you have a good day on your job. Don't have to get stressed out. Wish you well in all your travels. Let's go ahead and get to it. So you can see on the screen, it says, yes, I said it. Don't help that, baby mama. Don't help that, baby mama. Okay? And you can see featuring a new jingle. Dust will be right here. Let's go ahead and get to it. Okay. I am all for the ladies. I want everyone to do well. I'm just not here for the nonsense, the buffoonery. Okay? So, I said in particular about not helping a baby mama. Because at the end of the day, people are doing what they want to do. And sometimes you can see a situation, you can stand back and look at it, and I say, oh, she thinks she's running game, and she's not the only one. Not the only one. Good example, before I get to the main one. So here's one. Here's Maria. Oh, Maria. And I know the family member. Maria is a baby mama. Ricardo, whatever his little name is, he's just a baby daddy. He just likes to run them streets. So the person I know, that's his girlfriend's family. I think Maria got 3 kids. She has 3 children. No job skills, nothing, but she got 3 children. Of course, she's living off Zaddy, living off the state, living off the taxpayers. The taxpayers are paying daddy for Maria and those 3 kids. Because Ricardo is gone. Okay? He is gone. So she knows how to do the song and dance or what she wants to do and blah, blah, blah to get the help. They took it seriously and they start to help her. Man, can you believe this? They even paid for her to attend a class, which I thought was interesting because I'm like, as I understand, I thought on those like welfare programs or state, when you're getting state funding, I was under the impression that they provided like job training free of charge to her because the taxpayers are paying it. So it's supposed to be a path to get you on your feet. Okay? That's what it's supposed to be. So I'm like, I'm thinking, I said, well, I thought they had programs to help people like that. They could go and get job training and what is this? Daycare. I mean, you got Section 8. You, in a way, you got your nice little ticket to get on your feet. So I don't understand why it's not working. And they can also buy houses with it. It is unbelievable. I mean, hey, I wanted they'll put me on the list. I doubt it, but hey, come on. A lot of people are just lazy. You okay with the status quo. You got $50 till Friday and you think you feeling fine. Don't think past that. So I was like, well, okay. So they paid tuition for her to go to this place and get this training, pay for the books and bing. Good for her. So hopefully she can go ahead and get on her feet. You got everything else by the state and stay out of everyone else's pockets. They go over there for a visit. The 3 kids there. Gee, haven't heard much about that school she's been attending. What they paid for out of their pockets. Haven't heard much about that. Just gonna check on her, see how things are going. How about she ain't even going to the school? She went for, let's say, less than a month. Huh. Say what? Less than a month, they paid tuition out of pocket and paid for the books. Oh, helped her even get her vehicle fixed so she could have transportation. Not going to the school. And what I think what she wanted was for them to give. I think it was never really intended. I think what she was trying to run a game. I think she wanted them to give her the cash, and then she said she'd go to the school and do something else. This could be a plan between her and her man, so I wasn't buying it. But see, they didn't trust her, so they made sure, okay, we're gonna go ahead and we'll go ahead and pay the school for you. That's what they did, and she let them go through all of that, and they paid for this class what? Over $1,000. She's supposed to go and get some help and what have you, learn something. and then you add the books in for it. Again, the idea is to help her get on her feet. She stopped going to the class. Why would you stop going to the class? Again, in my mind, she never did plan on going there to begin with. I think she wanted the money and was going to run a little game. She and her man, and but they already had got the drop on her. Like, now they don't trust her. So okay, so why aren't you going to the class? Because now the money has been spent and they cannot get the money back. So what's going on here? How about she's pregnant? At this time, the guy is his girlfriend's family member. He's like, I'm just ready to go. They're sitting up here, taking money out of their pocket to help her with the school, helping car repairs, helping her buy food. Money gets a little low, this and that, and the incidentals. She's never prepared. I said, I get it, and I would be done with it. Because, again, this doesn't make any sense. Where is he? She's pregnant and she's calling her man. So she's got 3. Now she's about to have number 4, Maria. I thought he was a bad dude, and I thought did you say he was abusive? He was a bad guy just running the streets, and yet she's pregnant. Number 4. He's like, yep. I'm telling my girlfriend we're done. I'm not dealing with this. So I guess they'll now be able to expect it to be able to help with child number 4. But I thought nobody was so bad. He's a bad dude. No, she's doing what she wants to do. She likes Dusties. That's what she likes. The thing is that she and the Dust Bucket can afford the kids, so they're doing what they want to do. So I said that right there, I would be done helping her. Done. And I've noticed this too, and it's all around. I've seen heard about it in BC. You have a baby mama situation, and I just can't get 3 and 4 kids and never know, and by the same man, no marriage, no ring. I just don't get it. And then I hate to say, you're dealing with a Dust Bucket. He's not even worth the conversation, because what are you going to marry? A liability? So I just can't get why this man is taking up your man space. I don't understand. He doesn't qualify to be in any woman's life. Any woman expects to have something. And I was like, I noticed how some of the baby mamas, I said, a lot of them are running a little game. Oh, I see it. They have these children. Sometimes it's one man, sometimes it's by multiple men, more than one baby dad, one disappearing baby daddy. And what she does is she gets herself in a situation when people try to tell her, when it's like the first, second time, and try and tell her, I notice these women don't want to hear it. You can't tell them nothing. But then, my baby, oh, the baby needs diapers, the baby needs some food and some milk and some formula and some clothes. It's my baby's birthday. All I got is $20. What was the man at? Nowhere to be found. So what does baby mama typically do? Especially the multi-baby mama. And if it doesn't apply, let it fly. Because there are some women that are hard working, they're holding it down on their own. But there's some that's running a game. So what they do, people see this beautiful child here, oh, so cute. Well, this baby just has to have a birthday. He or she has to have a Christmas or Thanksgiving. All the other kids have gifts. So what happens? Everybody else starts pitching in for the pampers, for the food, for the formula, for the, oh my gosh, for the birthdays, for the gifts, for the Christmas, for the holidays. Everybody's pitching in, taking on the responsibility of her baby daddy. So what she's been able to do is use those children, in my opinion, in some cases, not all, but a lot of them are using those children as a pawn to get other people to pitch in and have the responsibilities of the child's father. Hell, we already paying with the state our tax dollars. They know how to use those children to go ahead and use a beautiful face and put them up. And especially Big Mama. Oh, she's real good on it, because she might have been a baby mama herself. So what they do then is like parasites. They put the daughter and those kids on other people that are working that could achieve more. They're wealth drainers, because any extra money is going over here to take her responsibility of Bonquifa and little TT. That's what's happening. So all this money has been riled up to take care of the responsibility that should belong to her man, the Dusty. Everybody else is doing it. Everybody else is playing daddy. And then after you owe my light bill, I'm still a little short. So all you see is they're running a little game. You making everybody else take on the responsibility. And then don't look up again, she might end up pregnant, just like Medea. You pregnant again? Another one. How are you pregnant? I thought he ran off. No. These men are coming in and out. And I thought about it. So what's happening? Some of these baby mamas run these games. You got your man. He's gone. So that's when the tears come. And I need some help. She'll be on baby number 4. I wish I'd known better. Girl, bye. Somebody just told me a story about Becky. I'm sorry. They don't have... I wouldn't have taken them in, but that's different. How? And I'm like, yeah, Becky know how to latch on to some money. She got help. Whole 9 yards. I think I'm pregnant. Girl, you listen, stop. Becky, you got 4 kids. Honey, there's no thinking to it. Once you've had 4 children, I'm sure your body know the symptoms. I'm sure you know the symptoms. It's like me with allergies. Oh, I think my allergies are acting up. You think? I know the symptoms. So when you've got 4 kids, I ain't trying to hear about no, I'm thinking. You are. I think I'm pregnant. Users. You can't even afford your own place. I would have been giving them a time frame to get out. And see the I'm pregnant thing, I said, oh, she running a little game. Stay a little bit longer. Can't put me out. Didn't this chick just have a baby 8 months ago? She's a darn fool. But see, I wouldn't have had him up in there. But hey, that's different. He said, oh my gosh. I'm like, what's going on with it? Yeah, there's still there. And she says to, I'm like, oh my goodness. So it's all around, from the working class to the middle class to the wealthy. I see how these baby mamas are working this little game. Why? You gotta face it. The men that they're dealing with, this is what they like to do. Ain't nobody forcing you to be a baby mama over and over again and getting steeper and steeper into poverty. All in somebody's pocket. This is what they like to do, but then they need help and they'll put themselves on the sword. They're going to protect that man. So I'm thinking, so at some point, everybody's putting out their pockets and their wallets and their purses. And at some point, after everything is settled, after the utility bills are caught up, there's food, the children have what they want, then he just slides on in. Dusty Dan, hombre, old mijo, he's sliding in, little TT. Dusties. These are men, different nationalities. Everybody taking care of their responsibilities. And then these women, think about it, they're allowing it. So that's why I said no. I wouldn't help them. Because guess what? They're doing what they want to do. All 3 women. We got a Hispanic one, a white one, and African American. Nobody has just 1 or 2 children. 3 to 4 kids. And needing help. But how do you end up pregnant? If he was such a bad guy and can't help you out and he's deserting you, how do you end up pregnant again? No, they're doing what they want to do. They are wealth drainers. So sometimes you can love people, but love them from afar. You can love people like I told somebody to tell them your money's tied up. Oh, you can't, your money's tied up. You have anything, your money's tied up. The money is tied up in you. It's tied up in investments, and the investment is you. I hate to say it. Lose your job and lose your place, and then let baby mama be your only option. If her man is there, child, you will not be able to stay. I can promise you that. I can promise you that. Well, let me just say this for a little bit. Oh, no, I got the Section 8 rule, but the man is staying up in there. So if you look at it, it's like a pyramid. The Dusty is at the top calling the shots, and he got baby mama in between. Yeah, it's like a table. He on top of the table, baby mama on the table, and everybody else is the legs. Zaddy and the family members and friends, they're the legs holding the table up. And so she'll go ahead and advocate what she need for the children. And then once they got what she need for the children and for her, maybe some little extra, then her man ends up back in the house. And that's why I said, if you ask me a question, you already know. I'm going to tell you. So you may not want to ask, it may not be what you want, but no, not trying to hear it. Like that with the guy with the car thing. Sweet, I'm not a dealership. Now I know someone who's a manager at one, but you need to have your money together. But no, the man didn't pay his child support. They went and got a house. Okay, he didn't ask for the accident, but oh well. Now you found out. I was not aware of that. They took that settlement money that they thought he was going to get for his vehicle. I couldn't believe it, and it went toward the arrears on the child support. How am I going to get to work? I don't know. Ask yourself a question. You bought a house with your wife and family, but quick question: how is the child going to eat without the government and the EBT? You weren't worried about that. And just like you weren't worried about that, they're not worried about how you're going to get to work. Well, I need to get that replacement vehicle. Guess you got a problem. Were you worried about, sir, how the child was going to eat, where it was going to live? No, you had a baby mama, and then you met somebody else, wifed that one up, and you created a family, but you cannot negate your responsibility. That's your DNA. I don't give a darn if it didn't work out. That's your DNA. And it's mighty funny. The relationships seem to work out when responsibility steps in. Interesting. As long as the stomach is flat or the woman is holding it down by herself, it can work out. But oh my gosh, for the men to be responsible, it doesn't work out. So yeah, I said what I said. When I see a situation like that, I'm on to the game, and I see it as a game. Now, some women need help, I get it, but I'm not trying to hear you need some help. And then, it's like you've been needing help when you had the first 2 kids, and now we on number 4, and you still need help. How do you come up with 2 additional human beings? So as long as the baby mama is here, and you all can help her stand clear, that's going to be here too. Oh, it is. They need to be held accountable. Like one girl, she was getting some help in closing. She was getting some help from her mother, and she got real nasty. The lady told me, but I was like, I just listened. I'm like, I'm not going to even go there, whatever. And she said, if you had listened to me when I told you, and the little woman let her know, I don't want to hear your mouth. Are you going to help me with me and my child or not? I got told her that if it had been me, after the second child out of wedlock, and you can call whatever you want, call it old school. After the second child of wedlock, I would have been done. Don't darken my door. And I don't want to hear, I'm not no babysitter. No, after the second child of wedlock, we're done. But what you're not going to do is come over here with a third baby. You can come and visit. You sure can, but you leaving with you and your 3. I don't babysit. I will not be babysitting. That's just me. I'm just letting you know. Call it man up. I'm trying to get a job, and you knew that before, because you're setting a standard here, and I see you as a wealth drainer. You are a wealth and resource drainer. You want to throw away your life, that's fine. You can do it. I'm not going to cut you off and say I never see you. But what I'm not going to do is sit up here and play babysitting. Oh, girl, bye. I got too much going on. That would be me. You're not going to come here and tell me you're stressed out and leave these kids. That's just me. So I would have been nipped that in the bud. And if you think I'm playing, I can show you better than I can tell you. You'll see. Oh, yeah. You're not going to be sitting up here. Because I know with you, you're not going to be able to grow. And what I'm not about to do, because you can't control yourself or be responsible, if you want to deal with Dusty, that's fine. But you don't have to come out with a package that comes with hands and feet every time. That's the part I don't understand. If you want to deal with us, that's fine, but you coming out with a package that comes with hands and feet. Wah. And everybody else has to go ahead and pitch in to take care of these babies. These women are protecting, and in my opinion, they're protecting these men. The government already protected them with Zaddy. Now for the extra coming, everybody, well, it takes a community. It doesn't take a community to get that birth control together. So this right here, when I said don't have baby mama, because it's self-inflicted. Some of these got a slick mouth. They're running a game. Some people don't see through it. I see it as a game. So yeah, I said it, I stand by it. It may not be so nice and so sweet. How could you say it as a woman, girl? You are choosing dust in your life. Bye-bye. Good night. I don't do that. No, 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 no. Because what is happening is what I see, a lot of people, you're touching their pockets. Dealing with the seed of poverty D, it has an adverse effect on everybody in the community. Then the kids grow up angry, and you wonder why they're sitting up here with guns, shooting and fighting and cussing and fussing, can't go to school, cannot honor a civil request. What you're doing is feeding the pipe to prison, the school to prison pipeline, and it's not from the school, it's from the home. You are feeding from your womb the prison pipeline. I don't want to hear about the school. Now they can't read, just breed dysfunction. Breeding dysfunction. Oh, yeah. So this right here, the dust, as long as they have a backup plan, these kind of little women, the dust is going to be here. When the dust, when everything else is going down bad, they need some help. They already know they can count on the women to go ahead and, oh, my baby. And you look at that beautiful child and it tugs on your heartstrings. My baby. So yeah, I said don't help the baby mama. Those kind of help you need, honey. No, it's not financial. You need to call for a psych consult because something's wrong with your head. You don't love yourself and you don't love those kids as much as you say you do. Because if you did, you would have them by Dusty. You would have them in an environment that you know is unsafe. An environment where they would have to suffer. If you did. But you know why many do that? Because they haven't experienced love themselves. It's a cycle of poverty. They think I love and fit my kids. That's it. They think this is the way it's supposed to be. Can't sleep in your bed. Got to jump on the floor. Might be some bullets flying any day. Why? From a child that's been bred from dysfunction, the seed of poverty D, mad and angry at the world. So yeah, that's why I said what I said. Not to help that baby mamas. Now, not that kind. Not having it. So, as I said before, we see on the screen, there's a jingle. Dust will be right here. You know I do this from the home. It's a little funny. Hey, 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 it's what I do. I'm always singing, not the best singer. I already know that. But hey, it's fun for me, and I'm a happy camper. So yeah, you know I love me. I'm old school, some SWV. Remember that song they did? Love will be right here. As long as you are allowing yourself to be manipulated by baby mamas that do this right here, and we're taking on the responsibility of the men, that's going to be here. It is. We are helping, don't realize. And trust me, I've had women, you see something like that, you give them a little something, keep on moving. But I think at some point, when you realize you see a pattern here, that dust is going to be there because the women are not going to be held. They're not going to hold these men accountable. So sometimes you have to hold the women accountable, and she can see what it's like on her own. Mike Jones, on your own. She might look like, oh, I might be facing a homeless shelter. Where am I going to go? I guess under the bridge. That's not safe. Where's your man at? So you got kids by a man and you're homeless. He can't come and get you. He can't put you in a hotel. Oh, who the fool? So sometimes your back is against that wall. You might wake up and realize you got to do something different. You got to do something better. So let's go ahead without further ado and check out the Dusty jingle. It's called Dust Will Be Right Here. And as a matter of fact, I'm going to go ahead and copy, put the little words right here. Y'all can see it. How dust is going to be right here. You know the SWV song, kind of the same little thing. And you know I don't have no music now. But yeah, so this right here, think about it. Prove me wrong. Dust will be right here. As long as there's a backup plan for baby mama, don't forget, she's the out front man. She's his shield. And as long as she can go ahead and get resources from the government and then resources from her friends and family, even a stranger, the dust's going to be here. Dusty's got it made. They can find a foolish woman to have relations with, have children, and put her out front, and she'll stand on the line. See what she can get. Okay, I got what we need. The next thing you know, he's been mulling the streets. He comes on home. So the dust, it's going to be here. Not with my help. So thanks for listening. Let me know what you all think. Feel free to like, subscribe, and share. Simply Said here on YouTube. Again, as long as we're here as an enabler, I'm sorry. That's going to be here. As long as these women can go have a safety net, everybody else but that man is held accountable. And it's just not right. It's not right. I don't agree with it at all. So the jingle is dust will be right here.
Dust will be here. Dust will be right here. Be right here. There's fear where they live. Plenty tears. They bring tears where the dust is, where they live. D-U-S-T, girls don't get with no dusty. D-U-S-T, girls don't get with no dusty. D-U-S-T, girls don't get with no dusty. D-U-S-T, dust will be right here. Be right here. They don't pay bills where they live. Baby mama, she said she'll. It's poverty and tears when dust is here. Dust will be right here. Be right here. There's fear where they live. Plenty tears. They bring tears where the dust is, where they live. D-U-S-T, girls don't get with no dusty. D-U-S-T, girls don't get with no dusty. D-U-S-T, girls don't get with no dusty. D-U-S-T, dust will be right here. Be right here. They don't pay bills where they live. Baby mama, she said she'll. It's poverty and tears. Dust is here.